What's going on, everybody? We have a Cup of Nations battle here between Klayton and Centurion. Well, let's see. We have Klayton, who is Epirus, and Centurion Iceni. So let's get in. Shot cav from Epirus with a strong slinger force here. A lot of pikes, 4 boards, and 2 militia hoplites. Let's see. Alright, so quickly go back through that Iceni build real quick. We have veteran rider, we have 4 veteran riders, 2 Britain scout riders with a chevron each, 3 heroic nobles, looks like 2 chosen swordsmen, 2 spearmen, 3 levy free, and 1 chosen spearman, 3 Britain slingers, and the gen is in the heroic noble. Pike build here from Epirus, 4 pikes, 3 Rhodian slingers, 1 javelinman, 4 Thessalians. General is in a Hellenic royal cav, 3 mercenary Samnites, and a militia hoplite on this flank, so that's stacked. Versus just 2 mercenary Italian swords and a militia hoplite on this flank, but there is the better cavalry force on that side. And the pikes are levy pikes. Interesting. So obviously, the key question in this battle is, how does Iceni break the pike line? That will remain to be seen. I have a hunch it'll be coming through the idea of pushing through the flank, hopefully. That's what I would do. I mean, you don't have the javelin capability, so you can try to focus, but you're going to lose the missile war to these Rhodians. That's the crucial issue. So you don't have enough javelins with just your infantry to break through the pipeline effectively. It's probably not. You can try to like all focus one unit, but it'd take a lot of time. So I think you just use you have more cav, 6 against 5. Try to push one flank. I would say this flank here because it's weaker infantry wise. Let the pikes just stand there in the middle. The problem is with 3 Rhodians, like basically Klayton's saying like, okay, you can come to the flank, but that entire time you move your army to the flank, you're just getting shot by the Rhodians in the flank. So that's the strat there. Rhodians are gonna get some early fire here. Gonna start focusing down these slingers. Should have a quick deal with them. Rhodians will massacre the Britain slingers. Just give them a minute. Thessalians happy to engage with spear support nearby, and honestly, the Thessalians will absolutely destroy these veteran riders one-on-one. So Centurion's gotta find a way to deal with that issue. Sending his 3 cav out against D3 cav. Yeah, that's fine. Pikes will push here. It's fine. No javelins on these guys, so might as well push up. Haven't popped phalanx yet, so they can still use their shields and defend themselves. Here comes the fight, actually. I didn't expect it to be this fast. Actually, this is really good. Hellenic Royal Cav got the charge on these cheaper units, but not on the Cav. He's going to pull it out, though, and now he's baited them in. He's baited them into the Italian swords who will massacre these cheap spears. This Cav has also been baited in. This is really bad. However, on this flank, another cavalry charge here is going to crush dominating flank performance on the weaker flank as well. Meanwhile, slingers have lost their fight decisively, as we thought would happen. However, these veteran riders have snuck through. Gonna get some charge into these Rhodians. I guess that's fine, but he should see this. Yeah. He didn't. Okay. Here, the problem here is your infantry are sitting here in the middle of the battlefield, but they're not really they're not helpful here, because what are you gonna do? You're not gonna be able to push mid, right? You're not gonna be able to push up the center, right? You need them to come to the flank. You should have had like 2 units here, 2 here, and 2 here, and then push the flank, and hopefully that would allow you to engage these Italian swords. They're not that good, and so if you engage these Italian swords, you beat them, and then you start pressing the Rhodians. The Rhodians have to react, but at this point, the battle's basically lost. He's lost so many units, an entire flank, for no cost, pretty much. So, the Thessalians will get the charge, block the charge of these chosen sword band, crucially. And now these Italian swords will win the battle. You can already see the damage done by the Thessalians. The Italian swords should get some kills. Maybe not win, but with support of these other Italian swords, for sure they will. Meanwhile, yeah, pikes have been raised, so pike formation activate. You can't come, you may not pass through here. Engage up the middle here. Samnites against chosen spearband. Get your chosen sword band in there. That's better. on this flank, however, okay, so, again, so isolated. There's no point in charging in your cav. They're just gonna die to this, like, massive flank force. Finally losing some Rhodians here. I guess they were focused down by this remaining slinger. All 3 slingers managed to kill one of these Rhodians. Crazy how good the elite slingers are in this game. Chosen Swordband actually gonna come and win this fight. But again, Thessalian's doing so much damage here. Another charge, and should get his guys in here. Or maybe bring the hoplites and flank with the these guys, the Italian swords, while you charging with the hoplites. Get these guys into the back lines. Okay, he's got this fight, but no need to have a 2v1 here. Thessalian's pounding. Just the flank of Epirus was so strong. This is like a perfect pike battle. You sit in the middle with your pikemen and your skirmishers, like raining death on anyone that stands here. They're all dead. Blah, they're all dead. Okay. Well, meanwhile, on the flank, you use your superior cav and really good infantry like Sam Knights in conjunction with the Thessalian cav to win the flank. That's how it should work. Now, Klayton smartly is going to bring his pikemen over here because he knows they're going to his Sam Knights will eventually lose this. But also, great focus fire here with the slingers into the flank. That's where you want the focus fire to go, and it'll do a lot of damage. It is the right shield, so not optimal, but right side anyway, where the right side is okay. I lied. Right side is actually much more effective because that's their sword hand, so they're gonna get a lot of kills. The slingers, spears actually finally pulled out, but just got hammered by the Hellenic Royal Cav. We've done a lot of damage. These Thessalians ought to they can kill everything there. Meanwhile, this fight will eventually go out of favor, but like honestly, Sam Knights are perfect to have in this like kind of flanking idea, especially when you've won the other flank. They will not die for so long, and they'll get some good. They'll rack up the kills. They won't win. Well, they'll rack up the kills. Meanwhile, you can see these slingers are having an impact. 108 on this one, 29 on this one. They got hammered up pretty bad, and 113 on this one. So the one of the slingers that didn't get focused, that's 200 kills and change. Meanwhile, on this flank, pikemen being used well to just protect and let the other flankers do their job. And these Italian swords actually are performing pretty poorly. It's against heroic nobles. 100. Okay. I guess the Italian swords have 150 kills, but that was just from killing these poor spears over here and some cav. Yeah. This is the Thessalian over there. Pipeline just protecting. That's all he's doing. Eventually his cav will finish off these weak units. These pikemen are just, like Sam Knights just drop inside of the pikemen. And now the Sam Knights can fight the front of the pikes, but the other units are just going to die on the top of these pikes. Only pikes with 30 kills, that's enough. That'll do business. This is a lot of friendly fire here. I think his Hellenic Cav has actually been killed probably more by friendly fire. Because over here his javelin men were throwing at them, and now his slingers. So I guess his missile units really want his general dead. Meanwhile, on this flank, the general heroic nobles did do a lot of damage here. Like, this is what Iceni need to do. Press up, not with just your cav, but your entire melee force, and you can win. Like, they have the capability, they're strong enough to win these flank fights with just the heroic nobles and chosen swordband. And only though if the cavalry is there to help out. Without the cavalry, these Thessalians have free roam of the battlefield, and they're just like collapsing. At this point, it's pretty much over because these slingers can actually kill the rest of this Iceni army, especially with this cav around. So, what's interesting, I think Iceni had the capability to win this game, but they really needed to challenge the flank. Like, ask the question of Klayton, can you actually beat my flank force? Because I have stronger infantry, you have stronger cav, and I have more spears. Let's see how that plays out. I have a chosen spear band on this flank to help my cavalry win the cav fight. Let's see if you can win that cav fight. In the end, cav was overextended, lost for basically nothing, and that exposed the infantry to these marauding cavalry of Thessaly, and that's what really lost them the fight. And meanwhile, the pikes did admirably in their job of standing still and not letting anything pass, and let the Rhodians go to work with 300 kills between them. 330 kills. I'll take that any day. 110 per unit. So, good game here. Really interesting tactics from Epirus. I've seen, I think, 2 Epirus battles, and both of them have used pikes to varying degrees of success. But very interesting way of looking at it. I've seen close defeat. Their infantry did so well. Look at the heroic nobles doing a lot of damage, but the cavalry was wasted. And that's what really, and the spears as well, and that's what lost them the battle. Like, that's definitive. Meanwhile, on this side, yeah, Italian swords got a lot of kills against like some cheap spears, but it really, okay, like 2 things did work really well. One, the slingers, 330 kills in the total, and then the cav. Cav did so much work in this game, killed all the enemy Cav and got so many recharges. Really helped these Italian swordsmen stay in the fight against better units, like far superior units. And the Samites did well, like 182, 98 kills. It looks better than it actually was. They got some cheap spear kills, because the spears also overextended with the Cav. Like, when you have the Cav and the spears, the infantry, the melee infantry, the heroic nobles, are the pivot point around which Cav and cheap spears can work. So you need to bring the spears forward. So the Samites didn't do that well. They ended up losing a lot of their fights, obviously to superior infantry, but they held out long enough. So yeah, that was a good game. Thanks for watching, and see you later.